this is an actual Jewish man who converted to Catholicism. He said this shit. So look him up, Benjamin Friedman. Look up the Benjamin Friedman speech from 1961.
This is Holocaust revisionism.
So, no, I do offer limited freedom of speech in the space, right? I mean, look, that's her opinion if she denies the number. I think she questions the numbers, right, Felicity? Do you question the numbers of the Holocaust?
Of course, I question the numbers. I'll anything in history. At the end of the day, history is written by.
She's Jewish. She said that she was married to a Jewish man. She's got a Jewish child, so she's. How could an atheist be a Jew and then Felicity cannot be a Jew?
That's what I was asking earlier. Felicity, are you a Jew?
No,
fuck you. Guess what? He doesn't want a Jewish woman. Okay, he doesn't.
I hope he comes around.
He doesn't want a Jewish woman, okay?
Maybe not today.
He really doesn't.
Tomorrow, Baruch Hashem.
What kind of logic is that?
Fucking Hashem. Fuck all this fucking dumbass Hashem shit. Fuck you. He doesn't give a fuck about that shit.
Not yet. This is kind of blasphemy. Let's not do that. But I think what we can do is, Felicity, you made a lot of good points, and you brought up that person's name. I'm going to look into it more.
To gain Palestine. When they didn't gain Palestine the first time, World War II was the second option. Benjamin Friedman. Freedman.
And I do want you guys to watch that the Twitter one, the former Israeli intelligence, about Trump and how they have him by the balls, and what kind of secrets they have on him and whatnot, and he dives into it more. It's about half an hour.
I have a question.
It's about half an hour.
I have a question. Is she talking about Benjamin Friedman's speech at the Willard Hotel in D.C.?
Is that it right there, Felicity?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is obviously a self-hating Jew. He's got some sort of Jewish guilt because everywhere we go we're successful. And he's trying to do some sort of reparation for his own.
You can say what you want about him, but he was a Jewish man. He was born Jewish, fully ethnically and religiously Jewish, and he converted to Catholicism, and then he exposed the Jewish plans. So that's what you can say. And that doesn't mean that he hates Jewish people. That just means that he's exposing what the evil that Jewish people were doing. That doesn't mean that every Jewish person is bad. I don't believe that. I completely do not believe that. Not at all. Especially as someone who actually has a kid who's like half Jewish. I do not believe that shit.
I just want to say that Al is married to a convert who's not ethnically Jewish. She converted to Judaism. Miss Axa is a convert, so I wouldn't listen to Al.
It's okay. She's exactly like you said. Congressman.
Al, are you Jewish yourself? Are you Jewish?
Somalis, so just be careful.
It's the only way to be.
Al, but is Al Jewish? I'm just curious. Are you?
Yeah, what kind of Jew are you, Al? I still don't know that.
I'm a Zionist Jew.
No shit, but like are you Ashkenazi? Are you Mizrahi? Are you Sephardic? Are you all three?
There's a lot of doxers on the app. You're gonna have
So I believe he's Mizrahi. Al, you're Mizrahi, right? Last time I checked.
If you want to think I'm Mizrahi, you could think that. But
No, we had that conversation a long time ago. Do you remember?
Was supposed to be a protection for somebody like me from the kind of people that I lived around, from where I came. That no longer is the case for the kind of people that they're bringing in. And the problem is, I can't seem to find a place where that isn't happening on like a global scale. It used to be, you could go to England. They're Christians, right? You could go to Italy or France or Germany or to the US.
Hi, Bima.
But where is that really anymore?
Middle Eastern, and they're also partially European, and Mizrahi Jews are fully Middle Eastern. So that's why a lot of them get mistaken for being like Arabic or like Arab, because they look Arab, but they're Jewish. So that's the difference between Rahi and Ashkenazi. So like I know a lot about this shit, obviously, but yeah, but I don't know why Al is trying to convince everyone that like what I'm saying is like wrong or whatever. Like anyone could look this shit up. Like it's very hard to look it up though. Believe it or not, like best believe, just look up Benjamin Friedman. His speech, the speech that he gave in 1961, he's a Jewish man, and he claimed that, yes, the Jewish people, they actually wanted World War II to happen. They wanted it to happen. They wanted the Holocaust to happen because it was a Holocaust. We could convince other countries that we deserve the right to retain Palestine. And that's exactly what he said, That's how it happened. That's what it is. So you can be mad at me all you want, but this is what a Jewish man said. So that's not my words. That's what a Jewish man called Benjamin Friedman said. That's what he said. So y'all can all look it up. That, it's not going to be easy to find it, but I'm sure you can, like I said, you can find it on Rumble or X. Benjamin Friedman, his speech, 1961. So, yeah.
All right, thank you for the share. Appreciate it. Welcome back, Ace. And anybody else want to speak? Shane, did you want to say something? Al, I think you meant to go answer for Collie Price. Probably got a call from Israel. I do have a question. So when you go into Pepe or any of those rooms, has the climate changed, like the talking points, or it's the same shit every day? It's the same lies?
Honestly,
they changed?
Honestly, I feel like Pepe has kind of changed his viewpoint a little bit. He used to be a hardcore Zionist, but now when I go in his rooms, he seems like he's like kind of skeptical about like Zionism. Like the last room that I went to, which was like 2 days ago, he was saying something to like the extent of like, oh, Zionists, they want to like,
Sorry, this ain't working. And no one
they want to like censor you, basically. And so like that's kind of his thing. And I was like, okay, like I was surprised that he was kind of like starting to lean towards like the anti-Zionist stance. I was pretty surprised. He's not totally anti-Zionist right now. He still believes, like, I'm sure Israel is this great place and all this other stuff. And, he's definitely changed from, like, a year or two ago.
Pepe is actually a racist piece of shit, man. He's racist towards the black folks. He's racist towards the people, like the immigrants, Muslims, and just... I tried, I said maybe I can bring him to the, he tries to copy, what's that guy, Nick Fuentes or something?
Yeah, Nick Fuentes. Yeah, and I feel like he's at the point, and this is like, honestly, like from my heart, I feel like he's like to the point where he can like change his viewpoint, where he's at right now, as far as like Zionism goes and everything, because he's changed a lot since what I've seen like from a year or two ago, like I said. So yeah, he's definitely like, it feels like he's changed a lot. He's much more critical of them. He's much more, more what's the word, like questionable about them. He questions them a lot more nowadays. And I feel like he's at the point where he's kind of ready to like question them. He doesn't believe a lot of the quote unquote neo-Nazi points. He thinks that like he doesn't think that I'm a neo-Nazi. Obviously, I'm not, and I'll say that I'm not. For sure, I'm not. Obviously, I'm not even white, so I'm not a neo-Nazi. But yeah, I feel like he's definitely like, he doesn't like use those talking points anymore or anything like that. And he's to the point where he's like, yeah, like, and in the room, he was like, yeah, they don't like you to criticize them at all. And, anything that you say about them is like anti-Semitism. It's fucking stupid. And I'm like, fucking for real. Like, it's about time that you fucking realize that shit, that's a fucking like trick. That a lot of Zionists use the trick of like anti-Semitism. They'll say it's anti-Semitic, to be against Zionism, but it's not. And a lot of Zionists on this app like to say that, oh, it's anti-Semitic to say that Jews shouldn't like live in their home countries. That's not fucking Semitic. It's fucking normal to believe that Palestinians who fucking lived in that land for millions of fucking years should be able to fucking live in their fucking own fucking, their own countries. It's fucked up that these people think that they think that Palestinians should live in their own homes, especially when Palestinians will take DNA tests. They'll take DNA tests, especially Palestinian Christians. They'll take DNA tests and they'll find that they're 90% ethnically, tied to the land. And then these fucking Zionists, and I'm not going to say that Zionists, like Jewish people, are not tied to the land. They are. But the thing is, they're only partially tied to the land. They have a lot of European DNA in them. You're not fully, you can't sit up here as someone who's half tied to the land. You're a Jewish person, you're fucking half tied to the land. You can't say that you're more ethnically, tied to the land than someone who's like almost fully tied to the land, or even a Palestinian who's half tied to the land. So if you're like half Egyptian, you're half Palestinian, whatever, you take a DNA test, because a lot of Palestinians will take DNA tests and they'll find that they're like, they'll find that they're like half Egyptian.
So that's
not a target, because
this is Clown House. This is candidate Congressman Kitover. I'm here with Norman Green. Norman, we were listening to Amir's room on Clubhouse, which I have reported to the FBI and other U.S. national intelligence as being a Clubhouse potential terrorist, definitely a terrorist supporter, and a terrorist promoter. What do you think about these toxic Clubhouse rooms?
With their depravity and open criminality, and I was in this very room earlier in the evening where they were sex trafficking openly.
Indigenous to the land.
International sex trafficking crimes in Dubai and Switzerland. I was shocked. I was never assumed names, but the whole room was laughing about it. I think that should be in the title and in the FBI reports.
All right, well, I'm notifying Clubhouse again, and then we will listen in and live stream them into this room through Anonymous, and we will report them to the authorities, because what they're really doing is ridiculous. It's full of hate speech. It's nothing but terrorists promoting, terrorists supporting. And, I'm all for freedom of speech, but I think that, documenting this is important. And the fact that it causes Amir pain to know that he's being recorded and he lashes out at me and says, F you, Kitover, F you, F you, F you, I think it's a worthy activity to shed light on this. I'm not physically afraid, but I think, he should be recorded and reported. That's just my belief. So let me jump back in Anonymous, and you will listen to what they're discussing.
If she wanted
this is somebody named Felicity, 777, Felicity Far Right.
Easily, because her father is Jewish, and that's all it takes. All it takes is that you have one Jewish grandparent. That's what the law is in Israel. One Jewish grandparent. They have a law where it says, one Jewish grandparent.
We also have somebody in the Kitover podcast live on Clubhouse called J-Lo or Tatiana89.
You can just easily, doesn't matter, easily just move to Israel, if you want to. But it's so ridiculous, and I would never in a million fucking years encourage her to fucking move to that country, especially because they require people to, do at least I think it's 2 years of military service in Israel or something like that. So it's ridiculous. So it's the fact that she could just move to Israel as an American who's not even tied to the land like that, just because her dad is a fucking Jew, just is a Jew. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. Like, it is. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't think they should just be allowed to just take people from the fucking land who are, like, indigenous from the land, you know, just because, oh, you're a Jew, and that means because there's a hierarchy in Israel where a Jew is above a Christian or a Muslim. That's fucking ridiculous.
Hey, Amir the Carmen.
What's up, Reverend? How you doing today?
What's up? What's up? I ain't heard from you all day.
Same old, just listening to Felicity, and then we had other people come through, and they said some things about Afghanistan, India, and you know, and we were talking about what's happening in. They're fighting against each other. Even the Zionists are arguing on this app, like the Israelis.
Yeah, and the last thing I'm gonna say is, like, you know, I kind of lost my train of thought, but I lost my train of thought. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Has there been any latest any new updates in
This is Reverend.
from BB's camp, Amir?
Also want to pipe in Pepe's White America here in Clown House.
Oh yeah, in person things are very different, aren't they?
So why would you say you were embarrassed me? You don't know me in person.
All right, we're gonna go back to
And if we're going to occupy it, they would have to look after the medical services. They have to look after the aid. They have to look after every little thing.
All right, we got Scotty coming up. He wants to say something. What's up, Scotty?
Like, there's a Israeli in here. He said that who's going to govern Gaza? Who's going to do this? And it's a mess. It's a shit show.
But no, and said that he was not looking to occupy Gaza, even though remember I played you the clip where he said that that's not his mission.
Did you not see? Did you not listen to his statement? That's what he said. He turned around and he said, "We're gonna help Palestinians by taking over the land." His intention is not that to occupy, but if you look at the whole thing, he is going to occupy it.
Oh, he is. But I guess I'm trying to hold out hope. You know,
It's fucked up at the end of the day, especially, like, they did, like, a study where they showed, like, how do Jews in Israel who are, like, ethnically Jewish, as in, like, because it's, like, a matrilineal religion where, you know, they go by the mother's religion. So whatever you are is what whatever your mother is what you technically are. So they did a study, and it was, like, most Jews, I think it was, like, 70% or, like, 75% of them, Israeli Jews, believe that if your mother's not a Jew, that you're not a Jew, and you don't, like, deserve the same rights or whatever. I think that's, like, pretty fucked up, honestly. And the fact that in Israel, intermarriage is, like, illegal, I think that's also pretty fucked up, because it's, like, kind of racist. Like, if you think about it, if they did that shit in Europe, like, where it was like, oh, if your parent is not a white person, you're not allowed to be with another white person. You're not allowed to be with a white European if you're not a white European. That would be pretty fucked up. But Israel is, like, the only country in the world that I know of that's allowed to just have these laws into place where it's like, oh, well, if you're not this or that, you're not allowed to get married if you're not a Jew. You know, you're not allowed to.
Oh no.
Because basically there was suspicion going on. That's why.
What are you talking about?
There was suspicion going on in the sense of money in the accounts and all that kind of stuff. That's why. So it led to something that.
I was like, I don't need 7 Jews anymore because everybody caught on.
Like, you know, agree with that shit. How anyone can say, "Oh, that's just okay."
So we got Black Girl in the audience here in Clown House, and Amir Clubhouse terrorist promoter. Call FBI room. We're still listening to Felicity. go on, and now Amir is back.
Have you ever talked to a normal Felicity?
You said a what?
El Normal.
El Normal.
Normal, like a normal person?
El Normal, you know the norm?
Oh, El Normo. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've never spoken to him like directly, but he's a fucking retard. He's a retard.
Assalamu alaikum.
He's a dumbass.
El
And I
Normo.
don't like have anything against.
She's giving you a 1-star review on YouTube.
I don't even have
YouTube Google
against,
reviews right now, El Normo.
Jewish people or Muslim people who follow like their religion or whatever.
She's
I know
not.
I said like
She's
in the
not
comments, I was,
satisfied
like,
with
saying
your
something
services,
fucked
El
up,
Normo.
I was low key trolling, but no, I don't have anything against anyone because one of my best friends was a Turkish Muslim man, and he was very kind to me. You know, I'm not gonna like go into everything about him or whatever or about myself. But I will say there was a point in my time in my life where I didn't have anywhere else to go. I was really young. I was a teenager, and he opened his home up to me, and he was very kind to me, and he told me.
Lozen jumped back into the Amir room where Lozen, Auntie Lozen, Sarah Adweller with 2 L's.
I kind of like. I've never been.
There's also Fawad and Ace that are modded in the room. Fawad is Amir699-102.
Kind person. So,
There's a couple of Islamic houses. One is called Soldiers of Islam with 17.4 thousand members. And then Islamic with 12.8 thousand members.
From my beliefs, I believe that, there are certain Muslim people who can be bad, who do, commit
Then we have Ace,
violent acts,
who is Alien
honor killings and
Ace,
stuff like that, but I don't think that
friends with
represents
Bima
Islam,
in White
as a
America
whole.
and Politically Correct, in
You know?
Amir's News, Intellectuals.
So,
Recent survey answers is who's to be blamed for potential civil unrest? Zionists, of course. How will Netanyahu go? Lie himself to death.
On this app, right? He wanted the FBI to pull up in front of my property, because he's pissed off for me running these spaces every day. And this is the big problem with Unnormal. He just doesn't respect for people. No respect, no shame. But then, something crazy happened, a couple of days ago. You have the, and he was giving me threats of all types of shit, whatever. But if you look in the chat, I believe Shuki posted a link. He's asking women, for nude photos and videos. So we have people like him, creep on this app, and then, he wants to go around dox people and give threats. So just be careful, Felicity. El Normo is into doxing a lot of people, and
I'll definitely be careful because, like I said, I haven't been on this app for many months. It's been I'm pretty sure it's been over a year since I've been on this app. It's I kind of just started getting on this app again, maybe 3 or 4 days ago was my first time on this app once again.